Hey there, it's the Machine of Nonsense, episode 167, and we're wishing you all a very happy Mother's Day. It is Mother's Day here in the U.S., and we are going to be doing our top 10 moms of pop culture. I'm your host, Eric, joined as always by the mother of kitties herself, the mother of this podcast. It's Kayla.
Happy Mother's Day. We gave everybody else the day off because they all got kids.
They all got kids. They all got
moms.
The moms in their life that they want to be with. And we like getting up early and recording a podcast for you guys. So this will be a quickie. It's a mini episode. We're doing the top 10 mothers of pop culture. And I'm very excited to do that. So how this is going to work, we're going to go 10 to 1. And then if we have a double up, which it's me and Kayla, so we're going to have double ups.
We're made for each other.
When we have a double up, we'll only talk about it once it comes up higher on the list. So if it's 10 on my list but 5 on Kayla's or something, we'll wait until number 5 and give the character a shout out there. So let's get it started. Did you want to start or do you want me to start, Kayla?
I want you to start.
You want me to start? How brave of you. I can start. It's okay. All right. My number 10. My number 10 and 9. Some of my early ones are like what I would like to call alternative moms. In some cases, the moms who stepped up, you know? So maybe not the biological moms. But every mom's important, including Nyx from Hades, the adopted mother of Zagreus, the main character of Hades. I guess I can say Hades 1 now. Nyx on your list, Kayla?
No.
I didn't think so. Nyx is an interesting...
Came across it in my research.
Nyx is really cool. It's a...
And I thought of his real mom.
Right, yeah. I mean, it would almost make more sense to put his real mom because the entire game is kind of based on a search for Zagreus's, real mother. But I thought, spin it out, get Nyx, who is his adopted mother, is kind of adversarial, but also very helpful in his journey. And I really like their dynamic. And Nyx has just got like a really cool character portrait that you see a lot. So yeah, Nyx is really cool. Hades, go play it. What's your number 10?
I have a surprise for you.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you'll ever see this one coming.
Okay.
So my number 10 is also kind of an alternative mom. And when we were first talking about this episode, we were going to do a draft, and I had it as my wild card one. Watch out now. It's Yennefer.
Oh, that is a wild card.
This is the best part of Yennefer's story. I honestly don't love her wanting to be a mother, but she is a found mother in Ciri, and they literally call each other mother-daughter, and their relationship and what they go through together and trying to, Yennefer trying to teach Ciri about her powers and stuff like that is way more moving than her and Geralt and Triss's love triangle, and Geralt being a little giddy boy over her. She's like, stop, Geralt. We got shit. We gotta worry about Ciri, not your needs. It's about Ciri. And I really enjoy her as a mother figure, like an actual mother figure, than her, doing terrible things to try to become a mother. When I'm a fan of adoption and helping out those in need. So Yennefer gets my number 10 spot for our moms.
Man, that's huge. Way to go. That's
Didn't
cool.
see it coming.
I did no, not in a million. I was toying with the idea of putting Yennefer like 10 or something on my own list, and I was like, I don't know. I feel like that's almost disrespectful for Kayla because she has her issues with Yennefer. But well said. I think
her mothering Ciri is the best part.
Good stuff. So yeah, my number 10, Nyx, and Kayla's is Yennefer. My number 9, Clementine, another not biological mother, but through Clementine from Telltale's The Walking Dead, I should mention. A huge character for us on the pod, a member of the bracket of nonsense, and throughout the story of Telltale's Walking Dead, she comes to essentially become the mother of AJ, the small boy who she finds in the throughout the story, and she goes through hell and back and a lot of lengths to protect a son that she never had, and it's just a great evolution of the Clementine character because she's such a she had a found father. He passed on his way of life and everything else to her, and his way of keeping those close to you, and she passes that on to AJ. So Clementine, love Clem. What's your number 9, Kayla?
See, let's give number 9. This is a sorry, I'm trying trying to decide where to fully, permanently place them. It's always so I have a hard time. I really have a hard time putting them in lists. I'm gonna give it to Sonya Blade.
Oh, nice.
She's low on my list because I don't have a whole lot of time with her, but was it like 2-3 years ago that the
We went through
Mortal Kombat 10 came out?
We did 9, 10, and 11, I think, all in a row. The reboot, and then 10 and 11, I think. The numbering's weird on the Mortal Kombats.
Yeah, but it was just through this research I was trying to find, like when you just look up pop culture moms, there's really not a lot of video game moms that even come up on that list whatsoever. So, she's somebody that I think is easily forgotten about, that like is legit a mother to somebody who has grown up and is fighting war with her, and don't want to forget her.
It's such an iconic character too, but
yeah,
she could do both, right? Like, she's a badass in her own right.
She was in my badass moms category.
Hell yeah. Sonya Blade from Mortal Kombat. Awesome. All right, my number 8 is Lady Jessica from Dune. Mostly from Dune 2, I will say. I've never read the books. My whole exposure of Dune is the 2 films by Denis Villeneuve, and Lady Jessica steals the show for me in Dune 2 specifically. She's more of kind of a background character in the first one, so I didn't get much of a feel for her other than the fact that she's in this kind of culty religion and has pretty intense powers and things of that nature.
The mother.
But yeah, I mean, she is wild. Her use of like the voice, which is really cool. It's the Force before the Force existed, and she's just
the whole movie is before the. It's the Force before the Force existed. Really.
Dune is Star Wars before Star Wars.
Yes.
And I just think she's awesome. She's really Rebecca Ferguson portrays her in the movies, and she's scary, honestly, in a lot of ways. Like I know this story's going to take an even darker turn, and I know she's going to be a big part of it, or I guess I assume she's going to be a big part of it. But I found her fascinating in Dune 2. I thought she was my favorite part. What do you got, Kayla?
On to me?
Yeah.
Number 8. I'm going to give number 8 to Lorelai Gilmore from Gilmore Girls. Kind of a nostalgic pick for me. That show was coming out when I was also like a young growing teen, and um you I wanted that relationship with my mom. Like they just seemed like they were best friends and they would spend so much time together. And my mom would get me these seasons. Like it was like my Christmas gift every year. I would get the next season of Gilmore Girls back when DVD, were a thing, and collected all of them. And so this one's more of like I think Lorelai is also pretty badass. So this one's kind of just like a heartfelt pick, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you just type in like moms in pop culture, and Lorelai is like so near the top of anyone.
And she did it on her own. She was a young single mom that kind of chose doing her own thing and raising her child instead of doing what her rich parents wanted her to do. Like she pretty much gave up the rich status to go run an inn with Melissa McCarthy and raise her daughter as a single person.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know anything about Gilmore Girls, but it sounds like maybe, I don't know.
I really enjoyed it watching it, but when you look back, you're like, man, all that shit went over my head. Although, like, I'm not a literature nerd. I mean, I like reading books, but all their jokes, their music jokes, I would laugh. I didn't know what none of it meant. There's lots of music and lots of literature in it. Lots of like, smarty school stuff and rich people stuff. But when you get down to it, it was Lorelai's relationships pretty much with everybody in her life, and it's good.
Oh man, it does sound good. Me, as whenever that was coming out, I was probably a teenage boy who hated anything about girl stuff. I probably would have hated it, but yeah, sounds fantastic. All right, Lorelai Gilmore from Gilmore Girls. My number 7 is the Queen Alien from Aliens. A prolific mother, a mother of just like I don't know, 1,000 aliens in that movie probably. And just one of the coolest creature designs that has ever happened.
See, I see what you did there.
It's the Queen Alien. She's a mother.
Yeah. Well, I've got a similar one later.
Oh, maybe I do too.
Okay.
Yeah, the Queen Alien, just awesome character design. There was a really cool model there at C2E2, a recreation, and I've seen a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. It's like just this awesome mix of practical effects and animatronics and everything else to bring that. And like that's a movie that as a kid I just watched constantly on repeat, and that lasts like 20 minutes when the big reveal that there is a Queen Alien and the face-off between Ripley and the Queen Alien is just like seared into my brain. She does some work on old Bishop the Android as well. So yeah, Queen Alien from Aliens for me on number 7.
I do number 7 now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Celine from Returnal here. Again, just like I wanted to get some video game representation on here because it's super easy for us all to talk about, sitcom moms and animated moms that have been around for a really long time. So I just kind of wanted to get some love out there into the other spaces. And it's a huge part of her story of why she is where she is. And it's also a very like mysterious part of her story. So Returnal is a fantastic game. It's a lot of fun. So I got Celine here.
Celine's so cool. Such
badass.
A weird, tortured, badass character, and Returnal's great. Good pick. I love that we're like 8 of these down now, and we have not had any.
I like went back and double checked just now. Like, wait, did I not say that I had it when he brought it up. Okay, no, I'm cool.
Okay, good. So we're on number 6, and for me that is The Bride, Beatrix Kiddo from Kill Bill. One, I don't know, probably my favorite Quentin Tarantino character. In a long list. I mean, I love them all, but just so cool, such a badass, such a wild, like, first 3 minutes of that movie, or just just nuts. I remember seeing Kill Bill in theaters, and Volume 2, and yeah, just everything she goes through, everything she is as just like a cool ass character, and a mom, and probably, like, spoilers for like a 20-year-old movie, but probably one of the like happiest kind of endings that could have happened for this character and her motherhood. Also very surprising in that sense. Quentin Tarantino movies don't necessarily end on happy notes very often. Yeah. So The Bride, as portrayed by Uma Thurman, everyone, the goddess, the mother herself. What you got for 6?
Number 6, I have Ellen Ripley.
Hey, okay. Well, we'll this is a little higher on mine. So we'll be discussing Ellen Ripley soon. Awesome. I'll go into number 5. Claire Dunphy. I assume this is also on your list for Modern Family.
It is. It's
Okay.
higher.
It's higher. Okay. We will be talking about Claire pretty soon.
God, I love Claire.
She's so good.
She's got so much time with Claire.
Oh, she's great. In a huge cast. 5. What's your 5?
Number 5 for me.
Number 5.
I wanted Katie Foreman on this list.
Nice.
I was gonna try to laugh like her, but I got scared.
Oh, good stuff.
Just someone who you can relate with sometimes. She just will lose it. She'll tell it like it is. She's funny. She's supportive. She's got a huge heart. She's loves Red, even though Red's like, God damn, that dude sucks. For some reason, her and Red are like, just perfectly made for each other. And she really can pull him out of the rut sometimes. Katie Foreman.
Yeah.
Iconic.
A little bit of a lush, too. Love that about her.
Oh, love her.
Great. It's good stuff. All right. Number 4 for me, Sarah Connor from the Terminator series.
Yeah, she was on my long list.
Top tier.
She's great.
Badass mom. The
right.
transformation from Terminator 1 of like damsel in distress, like, oh, I'm being chased, I'm paranoid, teenage mom, all the above, to the Terminator 2, like, I'm going to take down anything that comes my way. I'm going to, train my son to be this great leader. And her life spirals out of control because of that. She's in a mental institution at the beginning of that movie. She's, but she's right. Sarah Connor's right that, like, the end of the world's coming and the robots are coming, and everything she did to prepare John and herself, the transformation that, like, Linda Hamilton went through to get just, like, jacked is really cool too. So yeah, Sarah Connor is top tier. And I guess she came back in the most recent Terminator movie. I think I might be done with the Terminator series. They should have maybe stopped at 2, but she's still cool. Sarah Connor, number 4 for me. What you got next, Kayla?
Okay, number 4.
Yeah.
I put this one on here because I didn't think I was going to get more of her, and I'm excited to see more. And it's Deborah Vance from Hacks.
Nice.
Because goddamn, first off, Jean Smart's just fantastic, and she's a the leading lady in comedy of her time. She breaks all the ceilings, and she had a daughter the whole time who, like, you know, suffered, but the things she did, she thought she was doing for her best, and they have a very strange relationship, but they play on it and explain it and play with it a lot in the show. And I mean, nobody's perfect, and we're all just trying to get through. Hacks is hilarious. They do it with such comedy, and her daughter is the chick from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So, you know, she brings it.
Oh, wow.
They're just fucking ridiculous together. It's a lot of fun. Caitlin Olsen.
Yeah, she's great. I need to watch more Hacks. I've only caught a handful of
Hacks is so good.
With you, but yeah, gotta check. Coming soon. Coming back very soon. All right, number 3 for me, definitely going to be on Kayla's list. I know it. Linda Belcher from Bob's Burgers.
Oh, yeah.
A little higher for you, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We'll go into that when it comes up on your list. So number 3 for you, Kayla.
Number 3 for me is Freya from God of War.
Nice.
Because that bitch goes to some lengths for being a mother. And she is badass. And I mean, she will literally fight gods for her children. I mean, I guess she kind of is a god herself in a way, but and she's just super cool.
Yeah,
Valkyrie.
I love her character design, and like from the first game where she's more like this, maiden of plants and the earth and everything else. It's very like hippie kind of style. To the second one, she like fully embraces like becoming a Valkyrie again, or like the Valkyrie Queen kind of moniker. And
she's like Mother Valkyrie too, like on top of mothering her children.
Yeah, what a cool character, Freya. Good stuff. All right. Marge Simpson, probably not on your list. I would say, Kayla, right?
Nope.
Cool. That's my.
I mean,
2.
iconic, but those are the ones that I kind of when we were first making the list, like, oh, somebody's gonna get that, so I don't need. There were actually a couple of those that I depended on you for getting that. Apparently, it will not be got.
I love that we could do some additional shout outs, after.
We'll do some shout outs.
I love that we're not just like in line, like the exact the exact same list. So Marge, like Kayla said, iconic character, so important for me growing up The Simpsons. Full honesty, I was definitely more of a Bart and Homer kind of guy growing up in The Simpsons, but like Marge was just so important. You need that whole
mother
cast.
Easily taken advantage of.
Well, you just like she
holds it all together, but doesn't get the credit
in a lot of ways, right? And just like so cool, like iconic hair, iconic like when she takes a bath in like an early episode, you see that like, oh, that's a hairstyle, like that her hair is not actually this gigantic thing. It's like long and wavy and beautiful.
It's not a fro. She doesn't have a high top going on.
it's something, but just Marge is so cool. She was always great in the Simpsons arcade video game, the beat 'em up. She had the vacuum, so she had like probably the best reach in that game. And anytime in a beat 'em up, you want the character with reach, like Donatello in TMNT or Marge in the Simpsons beat 'em up. So big fan, and just an icon of sitcom moms, animated moms, all down the list, and going strong. Simpsons will never die, apparently.
For real, it is one of those things that I just don't pick because it's so like wildly known, even though, mine that I'm gonna say next are super wildly known too, but they're more my style.
I dig it. Yeah. Marge walked so Linda could fly,
True.
Number 2
but my number 2 is Claire Dunphy.
Nice. All right, let's
God, I love
talk
Claire. Man, Claire has some super annoying like quirks about her, that are so like me. Like honestly, Mitchell's more who I resonate with most, but I had to pick a mom. I mean, not that Mitchell's not a Claire is just so funny and so loving and just juggles it all. I love seeing her in the early episodes to, raising little kids to then having to like be a grandma and judge other people's parenting to then realize like, well, I can't really say shit because here are my kids getting their heads stuck in banisters and drinking in the backyard or something. But Claire brings it. She's got performance, comedy, everything. Heart.
The like anniversary, I think it's an anniversary episode or whatever, where like Phil and Claire are
they do it multiple times.
Doing their personas, but especially the one where she like gets her clothes like ripped off and stuff.
Gets her dress stuck. Oh my god. That show is so funny. Iconic. I could rewatch Modern Family and just laugh and cry through the whole thing. I love that show. I miss that show.
It's so good. Yeah. Big shout out to Claire Dunphy. Okay, my number one, Kayla already had her lower on her list, but it's Ellen Ripley from Alien. I had to put two Alien characters on here. Sorry, it's like my favorite thing, and
it's what mothered you growing up.
In so many ways, yeah. Shout out to my own mom. But yeah, Ellen Ripley. Just I think I growing up, I can't think of another character. Like all males have dominated, men and everything have dominated pop culture and sci-fi and everything forever, right? And then Ellen Ripley comes along in 1979, and I'm sure there's earlier stuff or whatever, but for me, Aliens, shit, all of them. I love them all. Give me some Alien 3 and 4 as well. But yeah, just like this badass mom and everything else, and a super tragic mom who, like, if you don't know the entire story, like, she goes off. She has a daughter, a young daughter, before the events of Alien, the first one. She wants to like come back home to her daughter, and goes through these events, time travels because she's in like cryo sleep and everything, and she finds out, oh, my daughter has died by the time like I got back to Earth, and what is left but to go back into space and deal with these aliens, and along the way become like a surrogate mother to Newt in the second one, and just such a cool character, such a badass, and
I mean, yeah,
just everything. Great writing for action sci-fi horror movies, like just those
for females. Oh yeah,
right.
Like broke it down.
Yeah. Just I don't know. I could go on for years on Ellen Ripley and have on this podcast. So Ellen Ripley, my number one pop culture mom.
My number one is Linda, because I just love Bob's Burgers, and I love Linda, and I love raccoons, and I love her goofiness. I love that she just like dials into each of her children and loves them the way that they need to be loved. Like Jean, is very different, and she just supports him full. Luis also into some weird, stuff, and Linda's like, okay, that's all right. And then it gets even weirder when you talk about the stuff that Tina's into, and they're just also accepting and so close to one another. I love Linda.
Yeah, I think that's the key.
She holds them all together.
About her character is like she is at her wit's end a lot of times, like with the kids, with Bob, the business, everything. Like she is like hanging on by a thread, but she is so, I think you used the term like accepting, like she's the ultimate, like no friction. I'm just gonna like deal with this, make the best of it, and improve all of your like lives and times while being just a fucking goof.
I think it's her birthday. There's an episode of her where she just like every single thing goes wrong. You know, she locks her keys at the grocery store in her car. She can't get in. She rips her pants. She makes a covering for her. She loses her shoe. She's stranded in the middle of nowhere. And like, it would have been, if that was me, I would have been fucking breaking shit, losing my shit. But no, she's like, hell yeah, I still got it. Everything challenged me, and I just said no way and kept pushing, and it makes her day.
Oh, yeah, what a character, Linda. We love you. Okay, just to recap, I'll do my top 10, then you can do yours. I'm gonna go bottom up. So my number 10 was Nyx, Hades. My number 9 was Clementine from Telltale's The Walking Dead. Lady Jessica was my number 8 from Dune. Number 7 was the Queen Alien from Aliens. Number 6 was the Bride from Kill Bill. Claire Dunphy was my number 5 from Modern Family. Sarah Connor was my number 4 from Terminator. Linda Belcher was my number 3 from Bob's Burgers. Marge Simpson was my number 2 from The Simpsons. And Ellen Ripley from the Alien series is my number 1 pop culture mom. How about you, Kayla?
My number 10 was Yennefer from The Witcher. 9, Sonya Blade from Mortal Kombat. Number 8 is Lorelai Gilmore Girl. Oh, Lorelai Gilmore Girl. Lorelai Gilmore from Gilmore Girls. Celine from Returnal, Ellen Ripley from Alien, Kitty Foreman from That 70s Show is number 5, Deborah Vance from Hacks, Freya from God of War, number 2, Claire Dunphy from Modern Family, and number 1, Linda Belcher from Bob's Burgers.
What a list. What a time to be alive. So many great pop culture moms just killing it out there. Shout out to my mom, who has, I think, listened to one episode of this podcast, so she won't hear this shout out. I'm pretty sure the episode she listened to was the one where I told everyone about the time she smashed my Pokemon Red with she made me smash my Pokemon Red with a hammer because I was a naughty kid. Shout out to my mom. She is phenomenal. Got to see your mom yesterday, Kayla.
Yeah, shout out to mine. She's a wild lady, that mother of mine. She's a Linda Belcher, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Put a little vodka in that drink instead of wine. You got Tracy.
Oh, good stuff. Shout out to all the mothers out there listening or in the lives of the listeners. This was episode 167 of the Machine of Nonsense Pop Culture Mom edition. We are getting out of here, and we're saying, Kayla, what's up?
Thought we were gonna do some other shout outs, but
you're right. Let's do some shout outs. Yeah, I can splice it in. Before we get out of here, we're gonna do some last minute shout outs for those who didn't make the list, almost made the list.
Well, you know who didn't make any of these lists?
What's that?
The Mom and Fablemans.
That's good. Good joke. Good joke.
She sucks. She sucks. She's not a good mom.
A little so good. Oh man. So a little bit. So you had Deborah Vance from Hacks, as played by Jean Smart. She was also in Mare of Easttown as Mayor Sheehan's mom. And
Mare herself.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is like Mare was on my long list. She's a little bit of a tough mom, a little bit of a tough hand.
Sure.
Having her struggles with motherhood.
Mama ain't easy.
Mama ain't easy. But yeah, she was on my long list. Big shout out to Mayor Sheehan.
The movie about the famous, movie maker is. I don't really care about his mom sleeping with his dad's best friend.
We're still on the Fablemans.
Right. As Momming is hard. I just wanted to, I felt bad saying she's a bad mom.
Oh, I got you.
So I get it. Momming's hard. No judgment, but don't make a movie about it.
Yeah, Spielberg, we're coming for you.
I'd rather know about you, bro. Or your dad creating the cash register. God.
I'll throw out another one. Stifler's mom from American Pie. You know, kind of an icon.
Can't be forgotten.
Right. Maybe the first MILF, right? Maybe the first time anyone.
I don't think the first. I think people were already into Marge.
Well, sure. I mean more so like that moniker, right? Like I feel like that was the big jumping off point of like the term,
the starting of
say.
the MILF.
Yeah, right?
Sure.
Who'd you have on your long list, Kayla?
I got the movie Bad Moms on my list.
Oh, good one.
Whew, I couldn't pick one out of that movie to put on this list, so I just had the movie. Because it's so good. Oh gosh, Mila Kunis, Kathryn Hahn. Thank you.
Yeah.
And the little blonde chick.
Gosh,
Jack Shepherd, Kristen Bell.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God, they're just like the perfect match made in heaven of like the craziest batshit lady with like a very sheltered lady with like one in between who just wants to do the right thing, but life just keeps putting her down. Oh my God, that movie's so good.
Yeah, that's a great call.
I got Molly Weasley on my list too, because damn, that's a mom that goes to the lengths.
Mm-hmm.
I got Joyce Byers in that same vein. And Michelle Yeoh from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Damn,
I got one more.
How did I?
Queen Ramonda is also on. She actually was on my list, but I think I like when I rearranged it, I deleted her and didn't put it back, and like I didn't put it. I fucked up.
I don't know how I like back to back both of those, like Ramonda and who was the other one you just said? You said
Michelle Yeoh from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, Evelyn Wong, literally on the bracket of
I couldn't see. That's why I was like, "Fuck, what's her name?" All I can think of is Michelle Yeoh from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Iconic mom. I've got Ash's mom from Pokemon. Just letting her son, go out into the wilderness and fight other people for prize money and stuff. That's a good mom. Helen Parr, Elastigirl from The Incredibles. Spawned a lot of Pixar memes on that one, but good. Awesome lady. Anyway, like just the powers are cool, and that
is she mothering in any of these pictures that you are looking up?
Yeah, I'm not a I don't touch any of those pictures. I just know they exist.
I just mean in general when you Google her, are there children in the photo with her, or is she doing one of these look back at it? That's what I found.
I don't control the algorithm. Yeah, Ellen Parr is great, and she is an actual great mom in those films. Morticia Addams, really cool mom from the Addams family. Just it portrayed several like different ways. I think like 3 times now. Three like famous portrayals. 4. I think there's an animated portrayal as well, which I've never seen. But yeah, just really cool.
Someone just came up in my research. Rosie Betzler is the mother in Jojo Rabbit, played by Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, wow. Ooh. Yeah, I would have never known her by her name, but
yeah.
Great mom. Great movie. Yeah, Roseanne was a huge mom for me back in the day. My mom was a big fan of like Roseanne. It was one of those like, whenever Roseanne came on, my mom was watching that, and I'd sit down and watch it with her and stuff like that. So Roseanne was always huge as a kid for me. Padme Amidala, the mother of Luke and Leia. She never gets to like even be around her kids, but
she extended the The genes.
She's the reason for
Couldn't
the
have done it
Skywalker
without her.
saga. Right. Important mom. Big shout out for Tomas here, mom of Mom Corp fame from Futurama. Really, really fun character. Just really evil corporate mother who like comes off as very nice in all of her commercials and everything else. Really great character. Jill Taylor from Home Improvement as well. Tim the Toolman Taylor's wife, keep holding it down with that crazy man. Lois Griffin and Peggy Hill as well were on my long list. Two really great animated moms for all of time.
I got one last one. Is that all of them?
Yeah, let's do it.
This one's a recency biased thing. Genova.
Ooh,
from Final
good
Fantasy VII.
one. That's a
The
good
mother.
one.
Yes, the mother of Sephiroth,
That's a good one.
who really is like the reason for everything.
Wearing my Final Fantasy VII t-shirt right now. Okay, good stuff. So that's it. That is episode 167 of the Machine of Nonsense, the Moms of Pop Culture mini episode. Hope you enjoyed. Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there.
Happy Mother's Day.
Shout out to all the moms. We're getting out of here. We're saying goodbye.
Bye.